Hey everyone, it's Andrea. If you were at Monday's Gaslit Nation Salon or you watched the recording of the video on Patreon, you probably heard me talk about the Now March that's happening January 3rd, 4th, 5th in Washington, D.C. 3 days of events, including Friday, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this on Thursday, January 2nd. So starting January 3rd, tomorrow, Friday, there's going to be groups of Americans meeting with members of Congress, the Democratic side mostly, of course, pressuring them to take a stand for the 14th Amendment, which disqualifies any insurrectionists from holding office. And if you want information on this, go to nowmarch.org. That's NOWMARCH.org, nowmarch.org. All the information is there, including the events that are planned for those 3 days. So if you're near Washington, D.C., if you can get down to Washington, D.C., find an event to join on January 3rd, 4th, 5th to take a stand for the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which clearly states that insurrectionists cannot hold office. I will read from the homepage of nowmarch.org. Donald J. Trump, an adjudicated insurrectionist, remains constitutionally disqualified from assuming the presidency under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Congress must honor their oaths by objecting to his electoral votes on January 6. Peacefully, we the people demand that they do. So this will be a peaceful march. And the 14th Amendment, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution says, no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or militarily, under the United States or under any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Obviously, the votes are not there, but we are taking this stand anyway because we want to be on the right side of history and leave a recording to show that people did everything they possibly could to take a stand and try to stop it, even when it seemed too late. These stands are important. This is what historians are going to study years from now. Obviously, as Gaslit Nation has been saying for many years now, the time to have stopped MAGA terrorism, Russian-backed MAGA terrorism, was many years ago. Many years ago. But and every single time the opportunity to stop him was like getting narrower and narrower and narrower. We kept documenting and calling it out, and now here we are. Here we are. And obviously, when I give remarks tomorrow, January 3rd on Capitol Hill at this peaceful march, I will be there speaking at 2 p.m. Friday afternoon. Obviously, I'd love to play a montage of Gaslit Nation over the years. I don't know what I'm going to say yet. I'm pretty furious that it's come to this point. I'm tired as hell, like so many people that just wanted to unplug over the holidays. But I'm showing up to this march to take my stand on the right side of history and to support the organizers who made this happen when so many people are checking out and tired and just suffering from learned helplessness as though nothing matters anymore. Everything matters. Showing up for each other matters. Marching matters. Running for office, helping good people run for office, all of it still matters. Imagine if we didn't do this work all this time, things would be exponentially worse. And please keep in mind, this election was extremely close. A Black woman came extremely close, okay? And this was an election that was stolen out in the open, as Gaslit Nation documented on the show in real time as it was happening, including episodes called Merrick Garland, Let's MAGA Steal the Election. And also Brian Kemp is a Klansman, all about what the Republicans were doing in Georgia. So if we didn't have so many dysfunctions in our government driven by Republicans over decades, gutting the Voting Rights Act, led by a Republican-packed Supreme Court, the gerrymandering crisis on the state level, turning states like Wisconsin, Ohio, Missouri, and Florida into laboratories of autocracy, and on the list goes. Donald Trump is just the final battering ram of our democracy. That's why Republicans refused to stop him when they had their chance in 2 impeachment hearings. And that's why we are here now. All right. So it's not just one man It is the story of Republican corruption going back decades. It is the brutal aftermath of the Republican Revolution that we're still living with today. That is how this oligarchy pushing funding fascism has come to America today. And yes, it seems overwhelming. Yes, our odds seem against us, but I'm still showing up at this march. I'm still going to be speaking there Friday. I'm still going to be supporting the organizers. I'm still going to be taking my place on the right side of history. And that's what all of us need to do, because that is how you hold on to your humanity. That is how you hold on to your dignity. That is how you hold on to our shared liberation. And you just keep holding your place on the right side of history, no matter how dark things get. And that's where we're going to be. So if you want to join me Friday afternoon on Capitol Hill, right off of Union Station, go to nowmarch.org for all the information, or get in wherever you can over the course of these next 3 days. It's important that we do our bit and never lose sight of the fact that we matter and our voices matter. Thank you.